Hi, welcome Stitchers to my first Flosstube. I can't believe I'm saying that. This is so weird. My name's Catherine and I am Arabella Pumpkin Stitches here on YouTube and also on Instagram. Um, and yeah, I just can't believe I've got the courage to do this. So I thought I would start, as everybody seems to, with a whip parade. I've got about 18 projects to show you today, so grab yourself a drink, get your stitching. It's going to be a long, long one. So just a bit of background. I started cross stitching when I was about 8 or 9 at school. We had like a lunchtime club, and I've kind of done it off and on since then. And I'm in my late 30s now, so it's just been my hobby throughout my life. Dipped in and out, but I'm very, very much committed now to doing it. So yes, so 18, I think, projects to show you, which are my current works in progress, and they're all down here in a pile. So we'll have a look at each one, and I've got my notes down there. So if I keep looking down there, it's just to make sure I don't forget to tell you anything. So first one isn't even in a proper project bag. It's in a Jasmine tote bag. I love Jasmine. She's my favorite Disney princess. I'm a big Disney fan, but no Disney stitching to show you today. This one, oh, there we go. We've got a magnet flying about already. Is probably it's my oldest whip. I've tried to go in order of like start, but I didn't used to track things like I do now. So yeah, this one I think was from 2021. It's my most complex project. It is massive, and it's this one. So this is a treasured time. It's a dimensions kit. Oh, it just looks so good on camera. I can't like it does look fabulous on camera. So I bought this. I have a good stitchy friend over in the US, Dottie, and she had this up in her. Sorry, I'll hold it up again in her lounge, and she has it up all year round. And I popped over to her house because she lived over the road from where we used to stay in Florida, and I was just like, "Oh, that's so beautiful." And I said, "Where's it from?" She and I used to talk about stitching a lot, and she said, "Oh, it's a dimensions kit. I think I got it. She got it in one of the big chain craft stores over there, and she said, see if you can find it." So I went to Hobby Lobby, like you do, and I found it. So yes, I started stitching this. I think it was about 2021. My little boy was only little then, and he's nearly 6 now. So it's been a long project. It is such a technical piece. It's oh, got a dangling thread there. It's a lot of it is half like tent stitch, but it can be anything from 2 strands to 6 strands. There's a lot of back stitch to come, French knots, all that sort of stuff. It's massive, absolutely massive. And every year I say I'm going to have this up and done for Christmas, and it's not, because obviously it's a very nice festive piece. But who knows? Maybe this Christmas. Who knows? So that is that one. So that's the Treasured Time by Dimensions. The front of my needle minder has disappeared, so I'll find that when I get back and get all this done. So that's my by a mile, my oldest whip. Next one is not as old. This was a 2024 start, I think about October, November 2024. It's just in a Caterpillar cross stitch double zip project bag. I had a lot of these, and then I diversified, as you'll see. So this is a Body Threads kit, and my sister bought me this for my birthday, probably in 2024 actually. This is Pause for a Picnic. I absolutely love this. It's a like a Land Rover Defender type thing, I think, and it's got 2 doggies. So you can see I've done the Golden Retriever. There's also a little Springer Spaniel to go in the bottom, but I haven't done that yet. And I used to have a Springer, so I think that's why my sister bought it for me, because at the time I did have a Springer Spaniel. The picture, actually, I've got the what it'll look like in the end, so I can show you that. So that's how it should look in the end. So there you go, you can see the Springer now. So I've got quite a lot of it done. and it's lovely. Like, it's on a lovely sort of printed Ada. It's a 16 count printed Ada just from the kit. It's lovely, but I do have a bit of a kind of love-hate relationship with body threads. I love their kits. I absolutely love them, but I don't really like black and white charts anymore. Black and white printed charts. I just find them quite hard to read, and I end up having to get the highlighter out and doing that. But the colours on this are lovely. It's like a printed Ada, so like the landscape in the background is all printed. But yeah, again, I think I would like to get this one finished this year if I can. Yeah, just because it's like 2024. That's a good while away now. So yeah, that was an old one. But all the remaining ones probably were started kind of within the last year. So we obviously went on a massive overdrive with the remaining ones. So my third one is another Caterpillar cross stitch project bag. I loved these, but they are a bit on the smaller side now. So this one is, I don't think I've got a picture of this one. It's a Little Dove Designs. No, I haven't. If I can, I will try and put a picture up on the screen, if my technical wizardry will allow me. So this is, let me check I've got it the right way up. Yes, this is Stationery Addict by Little Dove. Oh gosh, it's very creased. Sorry, I don't iron anything until it's completely done. So yeah, Stationery Addict by Little Dove Designs. This was a kit when I bought it, but I don't think it's available as a kit now. I've seen the kind of PDF option on her website. I love Little Dove stuff. You can see in the background I've got the Happy Easter one there that I just finished. So yeah, they're lovely colourful projects that she does. But again, I think because this is a paper pattern and it's like a double-sided pattern, I just find that I'm a bit like, oh, I'd just rather get my tablet out. So maybe I'll have to buy the PDF of that. So that one I started, I think, summer 2025. I've got a feeling I got it out to like take on the train, and I thought, oh, it's a paper pattern, that'll be a really good one to put on the train. So yeah, so that was that one. Oh, apologies for the zips. And then my next one, oh, I've got a bit out of order. No, my next one, we're now onto the really big project bags. This is a lovely big bee project bag. And it's got a lovely like honeycomb pattern on the back. This is from Stitch Mania Stash, and I got it at the Floss Friends retreat in January. This is from World of Cross Stitch magazine. I've kept this one in the hoop. Oh, there we go, because it just fits in the hoop really, really nicely, and you can see everything. So this is called A Year of Joy. It was in the World of Cross Stitch magazine, but it's like a year-long sale they did last year, I think. But it's by Jareen Jones. And there we go. So the idea is that we've got one for every month of the year. So I've done January, February, March, April, and then I'm working on May. And then the idea is that in this middle bit here, you have a plastic canvas sort of tag, which is on a magnet, so you can put the month and change it for each month of the year. So yeah, again, I love this. You will no doubt realise I really like colourful stuff. I'm very much a colourful pattern stitcher. And yeah, this one just spoke to me. So yeah, so it's, I say, it was in World of Cross Stitch magazine, so it's not, it might actually be, I think they've got an Etsy where you can buy previous patterns. And actually I've got a couple of needle minders on here. So this one is it's a Caterpillar cross stitch one. And then this one here is lovely Lindsay at Stitching Magic 111. It's her Wildflower needle minder, and they're hand painted. She does a fabulous job with them. Yeah, as soon as I saw that on a lot of other Flosstubers videos, and I was like, oh, it's so colourful, I love it. I have to try and get this. So yeah, when she had some in her shop, she has a little Ko-fi shop, and yes, I got that from Lindsay. In terms of this, I just bought, I think the kit was available from either Lakeside Needlecraft or Willowcraft Fabrics, maybe. So I just bought that, and they gave me more than I needed, I think, for all the threads, the 14 count white Ada, and plastic canvas, and also some interfacing as well to iron on at the end. You'll notice, unfortunately, this had a little brush with some biro a while back. Yeah, I used to have it on my Lowry stand by my desk where I work, and I think I got a bit crazy with the biro one day and it went. I have washed it. I've tried to get it out. It does look a bit better now than it did, but I am sort of hoping that because it's all like petals that go around a flower, that by the time I get around here, the stitching should cover it. Fingers crossed. I really, really hope. So we shall see. I have set myself a goal to finish this by the end of the year. I want to try and make it so that at the end of each month, I have done that corresponding month's symbol. So I'm all right now because we're in April, but I need to do the plastic canvas bit. So that's on my to-do list for this month. And then in May, or at least by the end of May, I want to have had the May pattern done and also the plastic canvas that goes in the middle. So that is that one. I haven't worked on this for a little bit. I worked on it a lot at the Floss Friends retreat in January, and then other projects have kind of got in the way. And I think because I knew I was ahead of the game on my plans, I just kind of forgot about it, but I've got to bring it back and get it back into the game. So that is A Year of Joy by Doreen Jones. I'm going to stuff it back in the bag. It's a really big bag because there's lots of different colours and lots of accessories on it. So that is that one. Oh, I can see the front of the needle minder off that one I was missing earlier. Right, okay. Next one. This is a big, big favourite. So this is in a lovely, lovely project bag from Pauline at Sobe Bags. And it's a very, very fitting bag for the project that is in it. This project I started around the time, I started it in the summer last year, so August 2025. And I'd really got into watching a lot of Flosstube. I'll talk about Flosstubers that I watch at the end because you guys have really inspired me to do this, and also inspired me to do a lot of projects. But yeah, this is from Pauline at Sobe Bags. She makes lovely, lovely big project bags, and this was definitely a project that I was influenced by Flosstube to do, and I love it because it's colourful, but it's also, oh, it's just lovely. This is, and I think everybody was doing this at one point, this is the Stitchers Book Club by Clouds Factory. So again, this was a yearly sale last year, and it's just a big bookcase with lots of different authors and some of their main characters and stuff like that. So I think I am on, I'm just looking, so I'm on 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm on section 5 now, which is this. Let me see if I can bring it in. It's this like Agatha Christie bit. So there's Agatha Christie, and then underneath there will be Lewis Carroll, I think, Alice in Wonderland. But my favourite is right in the middle, little Jane Austen. She is one of my favourite authors, if not my favourite author. So I was glad that she was one of the early ones. So yeah, so this was Stitchers Book Club, Clouds Factory, in case I didn't say that before. And I'm just stitching it on a 16 count kind of blue-grey Ada. It's a Zweigart Ada. I can't remember the exact colour. But yeah, that is that one. I love this one. And I need to find an opportunity to get it out again and stitch on it because it is lovely. And it's nice to kind of do all the different authors. The one I've just finished was like the Stephen King section, and I'm not a big Stephen King fan. I've seen the Shawshank Redemption film, and that's kind of it. But my husband is a fan. His stepdad is a really, really big fan of Stephen King. So when I was doing that, I was showing my husband and kind of getting him interested in my stitching as much as I can without him looking a bit glazed and stuff. Right, I'm just going to turn my page on my notes so I can go on to my next one. Oh, we're back with kind of standard Caterpillar Cross Stitch project bag for this next one because it is a Caterpillar Cross Stitch project. It was a sal from sort of summer and into autumn last year. It's Caterpillar cross stitch, but it is actually designed by Emma Congdon of Stitch Rovia, and it is Ghostly Gathering. I love the fabric on this. This is my first one that I think we've looked at that I'm on something that's not Ada. This is on a 28 count even weave, and it's a lovely purple. I absolutely love this. I was getting on really well with this, and it was a 4-part stitch along, monthly releases, and all was going really well until part 4, because part 4, I don't know if you can see in that bottom kind of left hand corner, there's a big tree, and the tree comes all around and up into this blank space here. So it's a lot of brown. Yeah, a lot of brown stitching and a lot of counting of lines and making sure I'm doing it right. So yeah, again, I have set myself a goal with this. We're in April at the moment, and I've decided, because it's kind of 6 months away to October and Halloween, that I'm going to do autumnal / Halloween April. And my plan is to, one of my goals is to get this stitched and finished in the month. So yeah, I just got everything as a kit from Caterpillar Cross Stitch. So yeah, that is I think the first sale of theirs that I've looked at in this video. But yeah, and actually I took the plunge a couple of years ago with one of their other sales to try like a non-Ada. I thought, oh my gosh, it's going to be really difficult. But actually it was all right. Kind of enjoyed it. So there are a few. Don't know. I think most of what I've got to show you is still on Ada though. I'm an Ada stitcher till I die. I guess dyed in the wool. You can't get away from it too much. So next one. This was a birthday start for me. So I started this in October last year. It's in this lovely strawberry bag, which, oh, I can't remember who I got this from. Oh, I'll have a look back and I'll put it in the show notes. It's a lovely bag. It's really nicely padded. It's got just a nice kind of plain canvas inside. But this was another one from a magazine and from years ago. I think when I saw this in the magazine, it was from CrossStitcher magazine. I think it was before I had my son, so I'm talking like pre-COVID here, maybe 2019 or something like that. So yeah, it was in CrossStitcher magazine, and it was their British Isles map, which I'll try and put a picture up if tech allows me to. But I started this on my birthday because I thought, treat myself, you wanted to do this for a while. And it's a small start considering that I started it like 6 months ago. But it's very detailed, and I am trying to backstitch as I go. So I've done a lot of the kind of northeast coast of England and moving up into Scotland. So we've got like the Angel of the North, and we've got Edinburgh up here, like Edinburgh Castle and Greyfriars Bobby, and lovely, oh no, there we go, with Whitby down there, and a little bit of York, I think, and up here at Lindisfarne. And we did go, I love Northumberland, it's one of my favourite places to go on holiday, so it was quite nice to stitch that bit first. I've kept this in the hoop because I might as well. And my needle minder is it's another Caterpillar cross stitch one, because it's a London bus, which I think they had for their British Isles sale they did a few years ago, which I did do and is all finished. I just thought it worked nicely. So yeah, it's on a 14 count kind of ice blue Stygar Ada, which is what the magazine said to use. So I just got the call for fabric and threads for that one. Yeah, I do love this. My little boy loves this as well. He loves seeing all the little icons come to life. He's a bit obsessed with the Angel of the North, because when we went to Northumberland on holiday a couple of years ago, we stopped there because it's quite a good sort of place to stop for a quick break on the way up, just as we're getting near. And so then he was obsessed with the Angel of the North. So so yeah, that is that. And I've enjoyed backstitching as I go on that, because it just makes it so I don't have to go back. Like the first one that I showed you, the Christmas piece, I haven't backstitched that at all, and I know I've got to go back and do it. So maybe I'll have to just do a mass backstitching and then kind of carry on from there. So whether I will get that British Isles map done for this year's birthday, I think the answer is probably no. I did stitch on it at the beginning of this month just for a little bit because it would have been like my half birthday. Yeah, I know, I'm a child really. So I did do a day when it was my half birthday just to kind of keep my hand in, but yeah, other things have got in the way. As you will see, there are more projects to come. So we're now into a bit of Christmassy stitching. This is another Caterpillar project bag, Caterpillar cross stitch project bag, sorry. And this was the project bag that this Sal you could buy with it, and I bought the kit and I bought the bag because I'm a sucker for buying a bag. This was their Christmas Sal at the end of 2025, and it's Hello Holly. So I think I'm about halfway through on this one. Lovely, like green Ada. I think it's showing a bit grey on camera, but it is a lovely green. So if you've done this one and you've got the kit, you'll know what it looks like. So yeah, I'm working my way through this slowly. This has had a little bit of attention this year because I do Festive Fridays, which was it's a group set up by Lindsay of Stitching Magic 111, and we all have a little chat on a Friday and say what we're working on. And if the wheel has spun this one, which it has a few times, I have stitched on it. So it's a good way of not just stitching Christmas stuff in December, because, well, I love a bit of Christmas stitching. Lovely colourful stuff again. So yeah, that is that. It's just another Ada project. And again, hopefully the Festive Fridays will help me to get that finished or near a finish in December. We shall see. There is more Christmas stitching to show you later on in this video. So that was that. This next one is pathetic. It's a really pathetic attempt. Again, I think I just grabbed this as a start when I was going to pick my little boy up from school. And on a Friday, I tend to, I don't work Fridays, so I will pick him up from school and I will go and book my space in the car park at school early, so I don't have to crowbar my way into a space. And I take some stitching and I just sit there and I stitch until it is pickup time. And I think I just picked this one up and thought, oh, I'll just do this one. But it is a really, really measly start. It is Shine Bright, which was a Caterpillar cross stitch sub box a long time ago. I did not get this as a sub box. I got it available from their website afterwards. Just a 16 count Ada kit. But it's really, I have to show you the picture of what it's going to look like in the end, because this is what I've done on it, which is nothing. Like a little bit of sea and a bit of coastline, not much. I think other things just call to me, but it's not massive. So hopefully in the end I will finish it off. Hope I'll finish all of these off, let's face it. So yeah, so that is just to say 16 count Ada kit, and another where are we, Caterpillar cross stitch needle minder. I really like this one, this little seahorse, because again, I like colourful. I also quite like nautical things, so yeah, a little bit of that. I think this is the first nautical piece I've shown though. Oh well, never mind. I'm a sucker for like a Breton stripe top. I'm surprised I'm not wearing one today, to be honest. So that's that. So yeah, I think that one I started probably, well, it'd be sometime between beginning of October and kind of middle of November that I just picked that up randomly for the school run, because this next one is was definitely a towards the end of November start, and I'll explain why. This is another bigger project, and it's in a lovely bag, another one from Pauline at Sobe Bags. This is like a Jane Austen project. The project inside does not relate anything to Jane Austen, but I felt it was traditionally English, and what I'm going to show you was traditionally English, although we sold it to the world and they're better at us, better at it than us. So this was another one from Cross Stitcher magazine, and I started this towards the end of November 2025. This is called Life Has No Boundaries. And again, a lot of green has been stitched. This is a cricket piece. It's like a scene of a little village cricket match. Again, I'll try and put the picture up if I can, if if tech wizardry allows me to. So yeah, so lovely piece. I'm a big cricket fan, huge cricket fan for my sins, and I hadn't really stitched anything cricket based, which is a shame because I love my cricket. And then I saw this on, and I looked to see what her name was, but I couldn't find her name on her page. But it's One Cross Stitch at a Time's Instagram, and she'd stitched it for, I think, her dad. And I messaged her, I was like, oh, that is so beautiful. Like, I love that. I'm such a big cricket fan. And I said, I'm going to stitch it. I'm going to start it for when England men go and play in the Ashes in Australia, which was kind of in a couple of months away from when I talked to her about it. So I got it kitted up, got it ready, and I was like, yeah, you know, there was a lot of positivity around England, and they were going to do well in these Ashes, going to go to Australia and sock it to them. So I got a nice little positivity rules needle minder, like positive thinking. We're going to do this. We're going to beat the Australians at home. And then we lost 4-1. So much for being positive. So yeah, so I was going to try and use this to sort of stitch when I was watching the cricket, but obviously Australia, their daytime is our nighttime, and I have work, so I can't sit up all night, sadly, watching cricket and stitching. But it's April, the cricket season has started again over here in the UK, so maybe I will be doing some stitching on this when England play their matches in the summer, if I get a chance to sit and watch. So yeah, just again, another 14 count white Ada and threads, just the DMC ones as called for in the magazine. So that was that. But it's another big piece, but one that I'd quite like to have that on the wall in my office room. I work from home, so I think I could have a nice cross-stitchy display behind me when I'm working. Right, we'll turn the page again. Oh, this next one. This one should have been finished by now, really. So just another very standard Caterpillar cross stitch project bag. This was a cotton twine sub box. When was it from? Let me see if I can find it. This was September 2025, but I started stitching it. I think this one probably should have come before the cricket one, actually, because I remember stitching it at the end of October when I went to Disneyland Paris on the train. So this is, yeah, cotton and twine sub box from September, but it was designed by Crochet to Go-Go, and it is the Autumn Foxes. Yeah. So I say this is very nearly finished. I've just got a little bit of scalloped border to do around here in white and half a squirrel to stitch. So there we go. I loved this. It's really sweet. But there's a lot of stitching in it. Look at that border. There is a lot of stitching on that. This is a 16 count, like a creamy Ada. It came in the sub box. Yeah, love it. And I'm going to turn this into a little cushion when it is done. And it's one of my autumnal April goals to finish this and FFO it. So the stitching is nearly finished. Hopefully, I think this week I should probably be able to find an hour or two just to finish that off. And then I'll have to get on the sewing machine and cobble my way through a cushion finish. But I have done cushion finishes before. Got one there I did for an Easter piece. Yeah, I've still got all the Easter stuff up, even though Easter was over a week ago. But hey, I like Easter. It's good fun. So yes, that one is nearly finished. And if I get the courage to come back, hopefully that will be one that I can show as a finish when I do my next video. Back to Christmas. Got a Christmas piece in this lovely project bag. I've opened it up, but you get the idea. This is from Nikki at Nikki Natt's Crafts. It's Christmassy and it's Christmas sloths, and I do love a sloth. They are my spirit animal because they love to sleep, and so do I. So this is another Christmas piece. It was a Christmas stitch along from Satsuma Street, and I love Satsuma Street. it's colourful pieces, so I love it. But I did deviate. It's probably the first time I kind of deviated from the called for fabric. And I'd seen this, I was talking to Sharon from How She Stitches, and she'd stitched it on a blue, and I thought, oh, that is so beautiful. I'm going to stitch on a blue. And then I found this lovely blue fabric from Kitty Bloom Studio on Etsy, and it's called Christmas Eve, so it's absolutely perfect. So yeah, this is Holiday House from Satsuma Street, and again, I'll try and put a picture up here if I can of what it should look like in the end. It's an absolute monster. I really wish I had done this as a sal bit by bit when it was coming out, because I have not done much, as you can see on that. The little nutcracker that I started down the bottom here, yeah, I did all his hat, and then I realized I'd like moved it a stitch out, so I had to unpick it all because I'm a perfectionist and I didn't like it. Was a mistake I couldn't like live with, so that was that. So yeah, this is just a 16 count Ada from Kitty Bloom Studios, as I said, and it's called Christmas Eve. Oh, I love it so much. So beautiful. It's another one that has had a little bit of love this year on the Festive Fridays, because the wheel has spun it a few times. So that is that. Get that back in the hoop and do a bit more work on that one when I can. Again, I think that one I started, it will have been started in December last year, so 2025. Because I think I was just, I only stitch Christmassy stuff in December. I don't tend to do anything else. We're still on with Christmas with this next one. So this is Christmassy, but I didn't start it until probably the 26th or 27th of December. It's called 5 Gold Rings, and it's another Body Threads kit. This was they do like sort of, I think it's called 12 Days of Stitchmas, where they do it's a bit like an advent calendar, like a post-Christmas advent calendar, and I got it, and it's like a mystery pattern. But this one this year was 12 Days of Christmas themed, so that's what it should look like at the end. And yeah, the idea was that you had a couple of motifs to stitch every day, but they'd also give you days where you've got little accessories and things to stitch. So again, this was another one that was going really, really well until we got to like January, and I just thought, I don't want to stitch Christmas anymore. So yes, I've done a few of the motifs. Done 1, 2, 3 needs back stitching, and then 5 and 8. I started with 5 and 8 and then moved up. I'm trying to stitch it in the order of the parts that were released. Needle Minder is a Caterpillar cross stitch one from their advent calendar last year. I tend to get my needle minders from them, but maybe I'll branch out at some point. This spun on my Festive Fridays wheel at the beginning of April, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to try and keep this as my Festive Friday stitch for the whole of April, and I'll try and stitch a motif every Friday, which was great. So Friday I stitched the French hen with its lovely French flag coloured quiff, or comb. It's comb, isn't it? And everything was going fantastically in our house on Friday until my little boy contracted norovirus, and then I've been on nursemaid duties kind of most of the weekend. So a little bit more back stitching needed on the French hen. So next Friday when I pick that up, that's where I will start, and I think I've got to go down to do 6 geese laying. So yeah, so that's another one. I don't know whether you can get that as a kit, whether Bothy will ever release it. I hope they will, because I think 12 Days of Christmas is a popular thing for people to stitch. So we'll see. Oh, and Project Bag is just a Bothy Threads one that my sister got me for my birthday last year. They're really nice. They're a nice size, this, for their projects. Okay, we're into 2026 now. This one I started really early January 2026, which is probably why 5 Gold Rings, the previous one that I showed you, got canned. This is Australasian Adventure. Have I got the picture? Yes, there we go. There we go. By Caterpillar Cross Stitch. I bought their 14 count Ada kit. to do this, and this was sitting in my stash for a little while. And then my mum and dad went to Australia on holiday in, say, beginning of January this year, and I thought, oh, while they're in Australia, I will stitch Australasian Adventure because they're out there. They went to like Sydney and Brisbane and Melbourne and other things. So again, no coastline, no coastline at all on this, but a lot of Australian landmarks and things that they are famous for, and animals and all that sort of thing. And yeah, I stitched this in January and a little bit in February. Oh, got a loose little thread there. Loose bit of Ada at the end. And then it's kind of got put away in a drawer. So who knows when that'll get finished. But I've got the other maps that the map patterns done that Caterpillar Cross Stitch have done. So they did a world map, British Isles as a SAL, which I did. Like North America, that was done as a SAL as well, and I've got that all done. They're all in a box somewhere waiting to be FFO'd. Yeah, I need to do this. I need to do that one as well. And it's just in another Caterpillar Cross Stitch project bag. So yeah, that one. I don't know when that one's going to get finished anytime soon. Right, okay. Oh, this one is nearly finished, but I'm just waiting on the pattern. So another lovely project bag from Nikki at Nikki Nat's Crafts. And these have got lovely little bag charms on. So the smiley face came from Nikki, I'm pretty sure, but this one, little hummingbird, came from Adele at Tailor Made Stitching, and she makes lovely scissor fobs and zipper pulls. And I was really lucky to sit next to Adele at the Floss Friends retreat in January, and she's such a lovely, warm, kind-hearted person. So yeah, so I've bought quite a few scissor fobs and zipper pulls from her after that because they're just so beautiful. So another Caterpillar Cross Stitch SAL, but this is designed by Tiny Modernist, and it is Song of the Seasons. And I don't need to put up what this should look like because I am up to date with this SAL. Which I can't believe. Part 4 is out this week, so I will get that hopefully done and to a finish. As you will not be surprised, I love this because it is so colourful. So this is their 16 count Ada kit, and I got a really nice surprise when I ordered this because I ordered it during their kind of Christmas competitions that they ran on their website and their social media at the back end of last year. And I ordered it on the day that they said, you know, if you put in an order, we're going to pull a draw and somebody will win all 4 SALs for 2026. And that lucky person was me, which I couldn't believe. So yes, I got this kit and needle minder, and I've got another one to show you as well. And the other 2 that are remaining for this year, I have won those, which is amazing because I never win anything. So that was a nice little bit of luck for me. Yeah, that was really nice. So yeah, so there's 3 parts stitched on that, summer, autumn and winter, and I think spring is the part that's going to come out. And yeah, it's Tiny Modernist do some absolutely fantastic patterns and pieces. I don't know why I haven't got more in my stash actually. I've got a lot in my wish list for them that I would like to stitch. So next one, we're now on to kind of this time of year and Easter stitching. Easter is my favorite time of year to stitch on. The pastels, the bright colors, just love it so much. This one is called Easter Joy, and it was in Cross Stitcher magazine a couple of issues ago, I think. Again, I will try and put a picture up here if I can find it of what it looks like in the end, because I've gone a little bit rogue on this one. The call for fabric was like a white glittery fabric, which I have used for a different project before, and it is really lovely. But I saw this fabric and it's like a duck egg blue. I think it's called Mint Splash, maybe. It's a Spygart 14 count Ada, and I have stitched, oh, where are we? I have stitched a couple of, well, 1 and a bit motifs on this. It's a lovely kind of Easter hanging decoration. But I'm very proud that I got the little rabbit stitch, and this is a chicken. So the chicken is being worked on next. This was my main stitch for the Easter week, and when my little boy has been on his school Easter holidays. Why not? So yeah, well, I don't think I said. So yeah, it was in Cross Stitcher magazine, but it's an Emma Congdon Stitcherovia piece. But it was only a couple of issues ago, so hopefully you can get it if you want it. And another lovely bag from Pauline at Sobe Bags. This was in her latest drop, in her drop that she did at the end of March. And again, I saw it and I just went, that is me in a project bag. So yes, beautiful bag from Pauline. Right, 2 more. Last 2. Are you still with me? So this one, I started this at the end of March because Amy at All Things Cross Stitch won. We did this together as a birthday start for her birthday. It's in a lovely project bag that I got from Vinted. I think the lady's called Anna, but she does lovely project bags. They're just nice size. And they've got like a middle sort of zip. And this is called I Love Baking by, it's another Bobby Threads one. There you go, that's what it'll look like in the end. And they had this as a social box in January, like a baking themed social box. And at the time I bought it, and so did Amy, and we talked and we said, I think we should start this together. And Amy said, well, I love baking so much, I think we should do it as a birthday start for me. That's what we did. So we started this at the end of March. And so obviously not too much done on this. Little bit of writing. I say I love and then baking here. This I think is a set of like those old-fashioned weighing scales where you put the weights on one side of what you wanted it to weigh, and then you pour your flour or whatever into the other end. My mum used to have some, and I used to love playing with them as a child. And then this is a little mouse with a spoon, and they're licking the mixture off the spoon, which I'm told is everyone's favourite thing to do when they're baking. But I love baking, but I don't eat cake or biscuits. So yeah, I love baking for other people, but not necessarily for myself, unless it's bread. So yeah, don't know when this is going to get finished. Amy will probably finish it before me. She is prolific stitcher. And a brilliant channel to watch. She's so bubbly. So go and check her out. And then my needle minder came in the social box as well. Just a little cupcake. Oh, the shine off my camera is is reflecting on that. And then my last one, last but not least, this was started on the 1st of April. Lovely project bag from Nikki at Nikki Nats Crafts. I think this would look absolutely stunning, and I have got this piece to do. I bought this project bag thinking I would use it to kit up Luna's Garden from Letty Stitch, and I have got that kit to do. So when this is finished, I will transfer the bag and maybe start this. So this is quite creased because it's literally just come out of the hoop this morning because I've been working on it over the weekend. This is the current Sal from Caterpillar Cross Stitch, which again I got the kit for as part of my competition win, which was great, which is Stella Signs. Oh, the sun's just gone outside, so hopefully it doesn't look too bad. And I started stitching this on the day it was released, on the white fabric that it came with. I had white 16 count Ada. There's a bit of a story with this one. So they released the first 3 motifs, which again I'll try and put here if tech allows me to. And I started on the white Ada, and I thought, I'm not sure about this. So I went rogue. And I thought, oh, I've got a lovely piece of celestial stars, space fabric, which I bought for another project that I'm going to do for my little boy of all the planets. I thought, oh, I'm going to nick that for this. So took my my fabric down that I'd had in the kit, the white fabric, and I took the lovely star fabric and cut it to the same size, and I started stitching, and then I went, oh, this looks a bit small because my star fabric that I had was 14 count, and I'd ordered a 16 count kit. I cut my lovely star fabric, I cut it too small. So then I had a tantrum with myself and just put my big girl boots on and ordered ordered a really, really big piece of 16 count, which did take a little while to come, but that's fair enough. This is another Kitty Bloom Studios printed 16 count Ada. I can't remember what this is called, but anyways, but yeah, I don't know whether it's not showing up as well on camera as I would like. This green's looking very, very dark. It's actually quite bright in reality. So yeah, I've gone with that. So I'm a little bit behind. I've managed to do Leo, and I'm working on Virgo. Leo is my little boy's star sign, so he's been quite excited to see the lion take shape. I think it looks like the lion mare from Zootropolis, Zootopia, whatever you want to call it, from those Disney films. And the needleminder is Caterpillar Cross Stitch as well. They released as part of this. So the second part is coming in a couple of weeks, I think, towards the end of this month. So I need to get a wiggle on with that, especially because I've got Song of the Seasons to finish as well. That's another one of my goals this month. So yeah, my floor looks a complete mess now. I've got like 18 patterns and kits strewn across my floor. So yeah, those are my whips. Thank you so much for going through them with me, and I hope you enjoyed seeing them, and that you have seen things that you might be inspired to stitch yourself. And I just wanted to say before I go, stick with me, that I would never have done this if it wasn't for quite a lot of amazing Flosstubers who have inspired me to record. So I didn't really, I've stitched for years, as I said at the beginning, and I didn't really get into Flosstube. I used to watch kind of bits of like tips videos and stuff, but not people showing their stitching. And then I started watching Kat from Catkin and Lily. She's professional cross stitcher, and she enabled me with quite a few of my pieces to do stuff. And then that kind of led me into last summer watching a lot of other Flosstubers. So I just want to mention a few, just to say thank you for inspiring me to do this. So Lindsay at Stitching Magic 111, such a lovely lady, and beautiful needle minders that she paints, stunning. And then Kerry from Colourfully Cross Stitched, she was definitely part of the reason that I did Stitchers Book Club, because she's still working on it now, but she's doing an absolutely fabulous job. Of course, Nikki from Nikki Nat's Crafts, lovely lady, would, I love her floss tubes. They just make me smile, put a massive smile on my face, and her project bags are awesome. Who else I watch? Pam at Dissy Daisy Crafts. Yeah, love her projects, and just her kind of view on life is really comforting, I suppose. Who else have I got? Oh, Kat from cats.cross.stitches. She's an Australian YouTuber, and I love her. I was watching her this morning. She's got such a dry sense of humour. I love it, and beautiful projects too. And actually, another Australian YouTuber Flosstuber that I watch is Adelaide from Adelaide Stitches. Yeah, she does some lovely stuff, and she has so many whips. I don't know how she keeps track of them all. Ellie at Stitching Bee, she is the the FFO queen. Oh, she makes some fantastic full finishes of her projects, and I love seeing that. And Jen from Jen's Stitch Corner, she does some brilliant like daily videos where she'll like do a video she did a video every day in November, and she did Flossmas and all that sort of stuff, and it was just nice to see kind of a little 10-minute video every day to add to my watch later list, which is very, very long. Who else we got? Oh, Lauren at Cross Stitch Bunny. Yes, I like her channel too. She's got some lovely Bella Filipina fancy ladies. She does a lot of fancy ladies, and I've never ever thought to do that myself. Maybe I will one day. There is a Princess Jasmine one, so maybe I should do that at some point. Sarah from CrossStitch Sarah, she has some lovely pieces as well, and I think she's just had a big finish on her most recent video, which I haven't watched yet, but I understand that the quacker is done. And Sharon, how she stitches, because Sharon inspired me to go for the blue fabric on the holiday house, Satsuma Street holiday house. And then recently I've got on to watching Laura from Stitching by the Shore, and I was watching her video yesterday, and I said to my husband, who was also really poorly, she showed the Lila Studios Summer Quaker. I said, I am going to stitch that. Laura is making me want to stitch that so bad, even though it's another really big piece. So there's probably more that I've forgotten to mention. So I'm sorry. Sorry if I watch you and I've missed you out. But yeah, you've all really inspired me to stitch some projects, enabled me to stitch some projects. And yeah, you're a real inspiration for me to have actually done this video in the first place. So there we go, that's it. Thank you so much for, if you've got to this point, sticking to the end, and I hope that you have enjoyed it. And who knows, I may do a proper Flosstube next time. But yeah, thank you everybody. Bye.